I mean, BTCD is crazy, huh? It's still crazy bullish, huh? But this is interesting. BTCD has just lost this pivot high. See that? So that's quite bad. That's like a bearish reversal potential right there on the weekly time frame. You see that, RH? And the minute we lose this 786, we're probably dropping down to this trend line, and then we're probably coming all the way back down to this back test of this golden pocket. You see where that previous range point of control is? That's a really important level. See that? At 64.5%. You see that? Because that was really strong confluence there, which is why you had the original rejection when it went up there. Bam. Yeah. But we've actually grinded right back up above it. So that's going to be a real light line in the sand. If the price comes, if the percentage or the BTC comes down like that, then you'll see a drop. You'll see a drop and probably another drop. We're back into this back test of this golden pocket again. We'll be here for a little bit, but then you've lost the trend line. So even if you go up, you could get rejected and you can just fall down all the way down. Probably just to back test this outer triangle again. Probably that will probably be the extent of the drop. So right now, what I can see just looking at it, let's just say that is the pivot, and you've got a 28236, probably 50% max wherever that top pivot lands. So I don't know how much higher it could go, because it could go higher. It could go all the way up to the, I would say, the previous range. That previous range value area high is the limit, I would say, at around 67.6. I can't really see it going much higher than that previous range value area high. We're above the previous range point of control now, right? So let's just, I mean, it could go a little bit higher. It could go up to there to drop. But then the minute you lose that previous range point of control, which is a 786, then I think you're dropping. You'll lose that trend line. You'll come back into wherever this first fib is, which is also probably the back test of this golden pocket. It'll probably bounce, and then if it comes back down, you're coming all the way down to 50 fib probably. Now, the most I think that this could drop is going to be to there. That would, for me, that's the limit. Just where it began there. I don't think much. I don't think lower. And just depending on how it drops, I don't necessarily think we're just going to come back into this triangle easily. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we're just going to do this. To me, that doesn't make sense. It'd be really bearish for BTCD if it did. If you fell down and you couldn't get back up, then you're actually looking to go much lower. But we'd have to evaluate that once it comes down for a test here, because you can see that it came for a test here to go back up. And so naturally, that's your support resistance trend line. So I do think it'll probably come back down for a test. And that will probably be a good place to exit your altcoins, probably. That's what I'm imagining right now. And not really worried about the fibs. Fib-wise, though, I mean, let's just say if it came from there to there, depending on the timing, if it's by the end of December, which is kind of where I'm at right now for the end of everything, that would be the golden pocket. Just based on these current, let's delete that. Let me just do this correctly, a bit more accurately. So this is all subject to change, yeah, depending on if this is the top pivot or not. Yeah, that would be a nice place to exit, somewhere here at the end of December. because you're getting a back test of this back trend line into the golden pocket. Maybe a nice place to exit your altcoins. Then coming back at a push, you're going all the way down to 50%, but it's kind of it's an area, isn't it? And so what you want to see next is you do want to see a collapse here. We want to see a little bit of a drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, drop, bounce, and just drop, 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 drop. That's kind of what we want to see. And because we're still in the back in this previous range, there's going to be a little bit of resistance, support here. So we're not just going to smash through it. We might bounce right back up for a little double top situation. I'm just looking at this previous one. I mean, it could just collapse. Look how it collapsed before. See here, just collapse, 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 and then collapsed. It could just collapse. I'm kind of thinking end of December, to be honest with you. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we'll get a nice 6 months. I think a lot of people are expecting September. On BTC, I'm still waiting for the pi cycle top, to be honest with you. We're far from that. We're far from the pi cycle top. Just hide these. So I'm just wondering if that's going to happen or not. I wonder if we're going to get a pi cycle top, a little push. It's hard to imagine right now because the red line and the green line are so far away. Because what needs to happen is that they need to cross, and we're so far away from a pi cycle top here. That that's been a signal on Bitcoin. You can't see on this. I need to go to the index. So that pi cycle top, pi cycle top, pi cycle top, pi cycle top. And pi cycle tops been correctly determined the top for 4 times on Bitcoin. So I am wondering if and when that's going to happen. Looking at where look where we are. We're here. We're kind of here where we're here. And you kind of, the Bitcoin price would have to go all the way up to like stupid numbers to top out to pi cycle top. Yeah. I don't think I would hold crypto until into the next year, because whatever happens, I'll explain why. Whatever happens with Bitcoin, look at the candles, yeah. This year, let's just say this year is a green year. You've got 3 green years. That's it. The year after is going to be red. I'm not expecting 4 green years. So whatever happens next year, I wouldn't hold crypto. You're expecting a red year after that. You'll be shorting, yeah? Look, green, green, green. The next one's red. So I honestly, I wouldn't hold crypto into next year. I think that would be a massive mistake, especially if crypto pumps and you start seeing high numbers. So yeah, I would just be careful of that. Right.